Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Man from Osirion, Pathfinder's First Edition Mummy's Mask. We are back, eking away. Promise you it's not going to be a year between muting up or episodes or doggy squeak toys or any of the other awesome sound effects that I'm going to play live for you tonight, like little ambient desert music. Feel that jam? So the scene comes down. We had gone back in the past where Aidan Willems playing Fafal had literally made a deal with the devil, as it were. And now we come back to present time, 3 days back to the present, where a group known as Divine Chaos begin their morning with, well, if you have a whole bunch of divine casters, I'm assuming you guys wake up at the crack of dawn and start praying. So let's start with ladies first. Talia, the Grundy woman who is an inquisitor of Selkat. Do you need like a fresh scorpion on your salad, or like is there any kind of ritual, for prayer? Is there any sort of, like how's this go down?
Mostly just wake up in the morning and talk with my god.
So you're like walking around with a coffee, scratching, going, I'd like cure light wounds and maybe a bless. Can you fix me up? Thanks, honey. And you get a very close relationship with the ancient gods. I kind of like it. I mean, that's all this modern religion where it's a whole bunch of bowing and stuff. I mean, you just wake up and go, girlfriend, fill my guts with your divine spells, and we'll take this, and this, and you're good to go.
Yep.
Really? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I'm going with that.
I'm going with that. I'm making fun of you. All right, fine. Next we have Grayson Fry, played by Matthew Spiegler, a dwarf from not it's not the Scottish Five King Mountains, right? You're way over near Kadira. What kind of ritualistic?
From the lowlands of Cullinet.
There you go. Dwarves.
You see Grayson rise out of bed, and he goes to the window and holds out his hand, and I create my crystal holy symbol at the tip of my finger, and I fire it up into the sky.
Okay. And there's like just a big arc of power, like someone's turned on like the reactor from one of those sci-fis. Yeah? Alright. Next we have Canas, a Varisian oracle of bones, covered in tats. More than just lip service. I mean, if you're going to engrave your ex-girlfriend or several goddesses, angry ones at that, and gods on your arms and your legs and everywhere else, it's got to be some kind of ritual or...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, I get up every morning, I spend about half my time designing new tattoos, and the other half either touching up or, doing outlines on my body. So I'm there just, drawing away, tattooing away.
Oh, okay. So sort of like, hey, hey, big daddy, you like my picture? You like my picture?
I mean, it's more of one of those. I mean, whoever gives me my powers appreciates the art, or at least the work that I do, and wants to keep it going, and they haven't stopped me from doing things so far.
So
yes, it's a
so I kind of just keep it up.
Somebody has to do it.
Is there now? There's like gods aplenty in this fantasy world, but there are pantheons. I mean, we've been going on and on about how the ancient Osirion is a tight pantheon, one big god and a whole bunch of underlings. And they all
tight pants.
Pantheon. Does your character, is there like a Varisian pantheon, or is there some sort of angle? Is there a specific pantheon, something that your guy leans to?
So he doesn't actively lean towards them, but they more kind of visit him in his dreams.
Okay.
But it's kind of the pantheon of the undead.
Oh.
So it's a lot of the different gods that their subdomain is undead.
Okay. So
you
like
got some classics, some new ones, you got the old school ancient Osiriani ones.
So it's like
got them all over.
So it's like you kill a dwarf, Don't get excited, Spiegler. I'm just example. You kill a dwarf and then you like pray to that god going, please don't bring him back with wrathful towards me. You kill an elf, you please don't bring, Pharasma, nice blanket god of death and fate for anybody else that you might, is that how that works?
Oh, no. Like specifically like all the necromancers.
Oh, okay.
So.
Right on.
Again, he doesn't worship them. They just visit him and like, do shit. Go forth. And I'm like, I died, I guess.
All right, so you say you didn't choose the job chose you.
Exactly.
And you get into it with the tats, obviously.
Yeah.
All right.
It's made them happy, so.
Yeah, so bouncing out of bed, you guys hit the streets, get your lottery ticket, head down to the bustling Grand Mausoleum, the center of town, and the place is hopping. And before you know it, such festivities, follow you right to the gate. People are constantly trying to sell you their wares and, rope and 101 versions of a 10-foot pole and shovels. Oh my God, the shovel market has boomed because sandstorms come in and just reset. Now, it doesn't level the sand. Like up here in the north, we have snow fences placed along highways so that farmers' fields, the snow doesn't drift onto the highway and cause, like, you're just driving along and then you hit, a 6-foot tower of marshmallows with your car. It will mess up it will screw you up. So, shovels prices have skyrocketed. But I'd like to bring us now down to the actual gates of the half-dead city, as you guys have your quickly drawn map, your new party member, and heading not off to the back to the north, as it were, but more like straight in and then hooking a sharp southern turn, passing ruined buildings, fortifications, grand buildings, tall walls, and then there's always places that just sort of lie in ruin. So many, as the Pharasmite said, huts that they consider sacred, everything within these walls. There is little here, honestly, besides, the breeze, the bugs, the birds, and everything, just waiting for your chance to catch you off guard and eat you or lay down and die. Buzzards in the skies, scorpions in the sands. Just going from A to B can be a chore. Speaking of which, as you guys round a corner, you come upon a scene, and I will just quickly change the map here for you. Hot desert winds, those tall 30-foot or higher walls lead very little in the way of shelter for heat and the blowing hot winds that come over them. But all that is suddenly a pale distraction as you guys come down around a corner. I'm going to place you upon a map here. What you see is many huts, buildings, roofs caved in, burnt and dried from the scorching desert sun, rubble, brush, scrub, underbrush, and what looks to be a well in the center of a slightly sort of town circle intersection that's broken up by a couple adjacent buildings. And surrounding said well are creatures that Vex recognizes. Do you remember the solophids? Those large insectoid, not quite spiders, that almost killed you?
Yep.
2 of them almost wiped out your party?
Yep.
4 have surrounded a man fighting for his life. He stands proudly on the edge of one of the stone walls, lifting the well, and he is using this sort of depth of the well behind them to keep them from completely flanking him, dancing along acrobatically, sort of skirting the circle of the well, beating off and defending their snapping claws and biting and such whatnot. And the problem is, the fourth one is emerging from the well itself. Like it didn't look like he, in a heartbeat, doesn't look like he ran here for higher ground. It looks like he was maybe testing the well for water or just happened by, and these things came out of it in every direction, and taking his chances, taking what little high ground he can. So roll for initiative.
Natural 1, baby.
You're taking your time.
12.
Where's my initiative? Oh, there it is.
Almost
13.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Starting. Sorry, did you say 13 Vex?
Yes, sir.
That's funny. It didn't change. It changed everybody else's but yours. Okay, I gotta put that in there. Starting at the very top of our. Sorry, what'd you get, Grayson?
Got a 1.
Oh, so you actually are sitting at 2. Okay. While this is all going down, like I said, this is all mixing up or whatever, you guys are approximately, the edge, the 60-foot kind of thing. Broad daylight, sun's beating down, okay? At the top of the initiative order, the man moves around with an acrobatic to the far end, just like where the one Sulafit is coming out. So he actually gets opposite to try and buy him time, and takes a swipe at it. And the other ones are like skirting around on the ground in front of him to kind of block his escape. Okay. So that's what happens with them as you guys come upon the scene. But until you guys enter combat, I'm actually going to come past this gentleman and the first 2 of 4, and it comes relevant with you guys when we get to Canas. So Canas, you are up. Vex, you're on deck. What do you want to do, Canas?
Well, I will pull out my spear and move 30 feet. Or 20 feet, actually.
Okay.
15 and 20. And that's my turn.
15, 20 feet?
Yep.
Double move, and are you slowed by...
Heavy encumbrance, or between medium and heavy.
Oh, okay. So you just...
So I have 20 move speed, but I also don't want to get too close because...
Yeah, approach cautiously.
Yeah.
All right. So he's moving in carefully, cautiously. Vex Vandal. Can I have a perception check, please?
From Vex Vandal?
Yep. I will add this gentleman's somewhat familiar combat style that you've seen before.
23.
And pair that against the -6 perception check for looking at something 60 feet away. 23. That is Wellaf of Sekhmet, the war priest of the ancient Osirion god S of battle. Going it alone, ambushed by creatures. He actually held his own not too badly against these things when you were side by side in the crypt. In the tomb of Akintempi. What do you do?
My first action will be to use my summoner ability. Haha. So reaching out his hand.
Okay.
And making a very weird look on his face, kind of half ecstasy, half
Constipation?
pain Constipation, very, yeah, you know, like that kind of.
I'm so sorry. Like whatever they, unless you see the veins popping in the neck, right? When they always grunt. If you just take away the visual and add the audio, it just always seemed to be like.
And 30 feet in front of me,
Okay.
I'm going to summon a dog.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Because I can do this a whole bunch of times.
All right.
And it's very cool.
Yeah.
So I have stats for that if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll have you run the stats. I'll just worry about a token.
Okay. And this is a celestial dog.
Root?
I have to pick because it changes what the resistances are. If it's celestial or fiendish.
Really?
Yes.
Do you get a choice or?
No. Well, sort of, yes. But because of the style of character, like kind of summoner, when like the flavor we've given to it with the nanites and whatnot, I'm not sure if they're good or bad, but I'm assuming because they fused with Messina, they're good. So I'm saying it's celestial.
Oh, okay.
It's an assumption, but I'm pretty sure I'm okay with it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you, going with our bluey paladin.
And this dog, for flavor's sake, looks like a dog, like a normal dog, but instead of it being like fur and stuff, it looks like a viscous black fluid has congealed into the spot. Little venom dog.
All right. And you can plop this 30 feet away, so this thing
30 feet away.
Okay. So suddenly, right?
Well, 25 plus 5 feet every 2 levels, but at level 1, you get that.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Okay. So, drawing your attention to the yellow marker, because this creature is neutral, and it's also a better way to track than like the
Oh
actual
my
players.
god, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
That right there.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
It's like got a crown of like tendril hair.
Oh, that is so
nasty.
cool. I love it.
So poof, Canas, right? There's like that. Can I have a spellcraft check from Canas?
Sure.
You could take 10. What is it?
18.
Okay. So you know how like you're driving, you know how to drive, and then you react to something, right? Something appears. Oh, did it jump out of the sand? Did it come running out to me? There's just the way it forms, woofs, summons. Your brain does the math in an instant, going, okay, that's a summoned creature.
Okay.
Not sure who summoned it, but it's like you do know that this thing has been brought here by magic. So either there's a magical sniper somewhere, right? I will tell you this, though. It is allowed to go right on the caster's turn, I believe, Matt. So
Yep.
This thing just leaps into action, and it doesn't leap at you. It goes bounding off, I'm assuming, towards...
Yeah. If you can move it 40 feet.
Yep.
Or 40, yeah,
10,
towards the
20,
well.
30, 35, 40, yeah.
And then I'll take my movement
Goes bounding off.
while calling out, Willem, we will save you!
Yeah. So that just happened.
5, 10,
What?
20. Yeah. I land right, no, 1 square. And I come bounding just slightly past you.
Okay.
Well, Talia, I ain't sure what we got ourselves into bringing this Vex into the party.
You're the dog
I have no idea.
barking. Talia, you're up. What do you want to do?
I sure hope he knows how to control that thing.
I'm going to pull my short bow.
Okay.
And move.
30 odd feet.
It says my speed is 20.
Oh, because your armor.
So there we go.
20 feet. Now, you guys have been playing a lot of 2nd edition, okay? Shooting through a friendly actually gives +4 cover bonus to the baddies, just so you know, not just +1. And you
can also draw a weapon as part of a move action if you have a BAB of +1 or higher.
I was about to say that. Yes, that is true.
Sorry.
Oh,
No,
snap.
it's fine.
I should have done that. I should have done that next turn.
Well, you did cast, right? Then you moved.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Cast,
your BIB,
movement,
yeah.
but I
yeah,
should have
yeah.
drawn my
Yeah.
weapon while I was. We'll help you.
And you summon the hand, right? So Talia pulls bow as a move action, moves up. Do you, as an Inquisitor or second level, do you have a base attack of +1? And while she's looking at that, because you might be able to get a shot off, let's talk about our doggy. The dog himself. Right? What's he got for hit points?
He has 8 hit points.
Okay. And what's he got for like saves?
He has +6 fortitude, +3 reflex, +1 will. He's AC 13. Touch and flat-footed.
He's got a 40-foot move, right?
Yeah, 40-foot move. +2 bite that does 1d4 +3. And a special attack, smite evil or good, which does absolutely nothing for him.
Okay.
Because it adds charisma bonus to attack rolls and damage
what
rolls.
What kind of strength and everything this thing got?
Strength 13. Oh, sorry, no. Strength 17, Dex 13, Con. Nope, sorry, I was right the first time. Strength 13, Dex 13, Con 15, Int 2, Wisdom 12, Charisma 6.
Okay.
He's just a little itty bitty thing, but he's good to distract and
Rawr, yeah,
whatever.
get in there. Let him get in there, right? Every dog has his day. What is the bite plus?
Bite is +2.
Okay, and does like a 1d6?
1d4 +1. Or 3, sorry.
Okay. So not this is a small creature.
So yeah, it's like a level 1 summoner.
Okay. What'd you say there?
Summon,
What'd you say there?
summon
Class
creature
was?
1. AC 13.
Okay. So a little better than that first scorpion we found that first night. But all right. I'm digging it. Okay. Did what adjustments I could for him.
Sweet.
So, Talia, base attack, +1.
+1.
Okay, so you were allowed to draw your bow while moving, leaving you in action. Did you want to shoot or just take a double move to get in position? Or something else?
I'll take a double move.
Okay. There is high ground. If you look at the pale yellow floors, those are actually what's left of roofs inside those
Okay.
buildings. Just so you guys know.
Okay.
Just so you know. And we're just going to tighten up that a little bit there. Okay. And next we have some of our leftover sulfagid. So the one that was trying to get out of the well emerges and climbs out and sees the doggy racing towards it. So it goes for it, actually. Climb out, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Get in there and attack your pooch. So this sucker launches into biting. 20.
Oh, that's a hit.
Yes. Doing 7 points.
Oh,
So this thing comes running up to your dog, and this, like the speed fat, you see those swarms and stuff, right? This thing's comparatively the same size creature. It comes running up, a little bit bigger, and just gets under it and takes a big right at the front. You know, you see the sort of pecs of a dog that come up at the top of their legs meet their chest. The sucker chomps right in there, not the throat, but like right in there. Just take a big nasty pincer chomp right out of Poochie, and. Yeah, and 7 points. Youch.
it's still there.
It's
but
still,
barely.
yeah, it's still there, and like I said, kept it distracted. Next, we have the Sulfid that had come around one of the 4 that had not come around yet, and it kind of comes up beside Wellaf, trying to kind of climb up, get into the square adjacent to you and climb, and it provokes attack of opportunity from Wellaf. Welcome back, Joe Gibson, returning his role as Wellaf, the War Priest. Possibly a very short cameo if you don't survive this, buddy.
Possibly. All right. Sorry, but I have to do my modifiers here. So.
Yep. By all means.
Yeah. Because my character is missing.
What?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. Just bro, you've got him in Hero Lab in front of you. We know what's going on here.
Yeah.
So 11 plus what?
I just lost it. Plus 2.
Or 13.
13.
A miss, but you are on higher ground. For the plus 1, it was just enough to bring the hammer down on this thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Make
for this
make with the unarmed attack.
That is my unarmed attack, which I can't even see it yet, and with my Baler's Bite for any other. So hold on, I gotta move some screens here.
Yep.
So that is 4 points of damage and 2 points of bleed damage.
Bleed damage from what?
Bleed damage from Baler's Bite.
You bit this thing?
No. It's,
Do tell.
It's an unarmed attack.
Okay.
Improved unarmed attack.
Okay.
Anytime you damage an opponent with an armored strike, you deal an additional 1d4 bleed damage.
I would totally fluff that in, as that's what you do. You punch him and then bite his ear.
Okay, so total 5 and 2 bleed.
But-
and he's gonna continue to bleed. Oh.
Total 6.
6.
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot about the plus 1 from your... Because I'm looking at your raw dice rolls.
Yeah.
Terribly sorry. So he's not doing bad.
Is it persistent bleed damage?
Yeah. Like next round, he'll take another point and...
Another d4.
Yeah.
That's dirty.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's 2 of the 4 baddies. Next, we have Mr... Or should say, ending the round, Mr. Grayson Fry of Nethys. Bring it up the rear. What do you want to do, buddy?
I'm going to move up with my comrades and pull out my Warhammer.
You're still far away. He's echoing in the background. Sorry.
Does it look like I'm that far from my mic, really?
No, it's not the mic. It could just hear it. And it just, since you were way back in the combat, it's like, I'm coming. I pull my
I love
weapon.
that your microphone foamy thing matches your shirt. That's very stylish.
There you go.
Should get my sunglasses too.
So on this hex, your first diagonal is 5, but if you do 2 in a row, the second counts as 10, then goes back and forth. So if you want to take a beeline for these guys, you have what movement? 30?
20.
20? Okay. So 5 for the first. Second, actually, you're up to 15. And then third, whether you go here or pull in beside Canas, would be your 20. That's one move.
Yeah.
And you have a second action. Because of your base attack, you can pull a weapon while moving. You have a second action, you do more movement, like Talia did, or attack from here. What do you want to do?
Do I have to like pull out my shield too, or is that just it's like it's out kind of?
You got 2 arms, it's fine. Oh, you get tower shield, right?
Yeah, I have the tower shields because like I'm gonna be running up with my shield in front.
No,
and
that's
my
one of the things
hammer.
that's weighing you down. So you kind of carry the shield around with you, dun 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 dun, right? It's kind of out, and then you just pull the weapon. So no, it's out. You're fine. So you have more.
So yeah, I'm just gonna make another move action, get close to like being on the front line.
All right, now they're coming running up, but we're sort of strafing to the left. Talia went around through some bushes.
Yeah,
because that's rubble. It's going to slow you down. You hit that rubble in front of Canas.
Yeah,
right. So,
but I am gonna try to keep a clear line of sight for our ranger, not get in her way, kind of thing, before I get to the enemy.
Okay. No ranger.
Oh, never mind.
That's okay. I'll when we get to Friday and Sam plays her ranger in Age of Ashes, I'll make her sneeze because you're talking about her.
Yeah. Cool.
So somebody's talking about you. You know, there's that lone. what do you call it? The lone raptor cry.
Somewhere deep in the morgue expanse, all you hear is a hit-chew.
Exactly.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's also 5 years difference as well, but it carries. He was really thinking about it. So,
Time is relative, Jeff.
Yep. Did you want to avoid said rubble, or do you want to just take the penalties for going through?
I'll
Okay.
go around the rubble.
Okay, so another 20. If you go straight south through Vex, because you go through friendlies for free, puts you on the edge of that rubble, and you're sort of bringing up a line right next to Talia.
Excellent.
And that's you, sir. Okay, so getting into, these rounds in earnest. So, Welaf of Sekhmet is actually your turn, because that was attack of opportunity. Huzzah! What do you want to do?
Yep. I will attack.
Okay.
Giant.
So I've
Solifog number 3.
Right. So I've got these things sort of askew. So let me bring them in, close to, that's a little better, like actual on hex. That look a little better.
Yep.
Okay. So, number 1 is the guy that you just attacked of opportunity. The guy in front of you. You want to go for him?
Number 3.
Okay.
The one to my bottom left.
Okay. The big numbers, like printed on their back legs, have been branded, right? Number 3.
Yep. Well, it's for you, number 3.
Yeah.
For listeners, it's the one on the bottom left of me.
Yep. So picture a well dried up in the middle of ruins, and there's maybe 15 to 20 feet to any side crumbling wall, and Welaf is standing on the west side of said well. Immediately to his north, on the corner of the well, is that one he just kicked and starts bleeding. To the southwest, the one he's attacking now, and already sort of hunched on the wall because he never really left it. To the southeast, we have a third. And then, peeled off, let's go east-northeast, a little bit east, right? We have that intersection we were talking about where one Solifid has gone off 10, 20 feet to attack the doggy, and then piling in behind, coming around rubble and like lining up the corridor where the two corners of the buildings are our choke point come our party. So, Welaf, have at it.
All right. I will use one of my blessings.
Okay. Calling up
My fire blessing.
All right.
Calling upon Sekhmet. Give me power. So it's a grandeur of fire.
Okay.
So it's I enchant a weapon. Glowing hot deals an extra 1d4 fire damage for a minute.
Oh, cool. Anything like
So-
even your hands?
Yep. It's a weapon.
Or your shoe, you give him the kick, right?
MF and Iron Fist we got going on.
Oh,
yeah, there you go, eh?
All right. Yeah. So I will.
It's a good thing for
And
my
also-
monsters. You're not really available this time of the week on like a regular basis. Why did I bring him back and let him level up? All right. How about you?
All right. I will just do a normal attack though.
All right.
No flurry of blows. Just a normal attack.
Okay.
Should have flurried. That would be a miss.
Okay.
An AC of below 10.
Yeah.
So,
Revving up the hand. And like I said, insectoids, bugs, you ever try and spot a fly, man, these things have like quick reactions and the heat, and it just seems to sense it. Goes a little flat, the little springy legs, and avoids your attack. What else you got?
I am going to. Can I don't know, take more cover on
Your
the well?
you could hang drop, but then I guess you'd be kind of
No, I don't want to do that.
You can acrobatics to move half speed without threatening.
That's true. There is a gap between them. You could peel off to that wall.
Give me 1 second while I look at my skills.
Yep. Flip, 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 flip.
Nope. I'm not gonna bother with that.
No, it's not bad, huh? Athletics, you went for bulk as opposed to sinewy
Yeah.
acrobatic flippy guy? Okay. All right.
So, well, low point by, so kind of mix match all around. Oh yeah, so I'm I can
You take 5 foot
can I,
steps.
can I step in this
Yeah,
without?
you can take a 5 foot step, but you're going to lose your high ground +1 advantage. Oh, speaking of which, can I have an acrobatics check to stay on said wall? Because,
No, man.
yeah, sorry. That's not overly hard. A crumbled well is relatively thick.
That would be a. Oh, I do have acrobatics.
Mhm.
A 17.
Now you're fine.
Okay.
Now, while being acrobatic, I'm assuming you can't like take a 5-foot step along acrobatics, but if you're just stepping off to drop on the ground, I'll allow a 5-foot step from this position because you're, it's not difficult terrain. It's, okay.
I'll stay.
Okay. And that's you, sir?
That's me.
Okay. Solifid number 3 comes at you. Well, basically, because I'm sort of climbing up, like perched up, it's not level ground where I can get like both bites and a claw kind of thing. It's kind of got one claw engaged. So, and you get the glowing hand. It's just going to swipe at you with a single claw because of your positioning. And with a 9, misses. Next we have Solifid number 2. Is adjacent to you, and like I said, I'm going to say the fact it's kind of attack upwards. It's kind of buggering me a little bit on this whole, unloading all my bite attack routine. But this sucker tries to bite you with an 11. Also, I believe. Also believe in this. Yeah. Which brings us back to Canas and Vex. You're on deck. Canas, what do you do?
Alrighty. So you said this rubble in front of me is going to be difficult terrain, correct?
That's right.
Alrighty. 5, 10 to bounce right in between Vex and Grayson, and then 20 to slip around the rubble.
Okay.
And then
No, it's not so bad. I'm not. It's just double movement terrain. It's not so bad. I'm gonna hit you up with acrobatic checks, just so you know.
Yeah. No, I know. I have limited movement as is.
Okay. Okay. So sliding around, putting yourself at the front here.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I will actually shift onto the rubble up here.
Mm-hmm. So sliding in behind the doggy and then heading west. Okay.
Yep.
And you're done. Still 10 feet from the boog. Anything else, sir? You're good?
That was a double move. That's it.
Okay. Vex Vandal, you're up. Talia, get ready. You are on deck. Vex, what do you want to do?
I'm going to draw my weapon while I move.
Okay.
Avoiding all of the rubble. 5, 10.
So you come straight
15,
down. Yep. Straight down through Grayson and
20. Can I get in beside?
Yep, squeezing. He's a friendly. You can move through him for free.
Yeah, but is this a
but it's suited? Okay, so the thing is, if you squeeze from the corner beside him, right? Okay, so from there, right, the square you're in at the edge, no encumbrance, right? And as you go between a friendly and just that corner of the building, because it's not open, right? It's a bit of a squeeze. Let's say it costs you like double. Can you get there with a double? Your other option is to step on your pooch for free and obtain attack of opportunity as you leave Poochie's square.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise,
double through there.
Yeah, the squeeze is probably better because if you go through the friendly, you'll provoke attack of opportunity.
Provoke the attack of opportunity. And this way I can slide in beside him.
Yep.
Rapier out. Yep. Give a pokey.
Okay, so let me drop your target is Solifid number 4.
Yep.
And have at me.
Oh, I will have at you.
How about him?
And I am not transformed. I am just Vex because I can't summon and transform at the same time.
Okay. Good to know.
It's just me. Oh, with a 7.
Stab. Okay. One of the 6 legs come up, a spindly leg like a rapier and just starts blocking you while still engaging the one, like Neo fighting with one hand in the second movie. I was like, I don't care about you. Back. Anything else, sir?
Standard. One standard.
It's checking every move.
Standard. Yep. No, I'm good.
Okay.
That's it.
Talia, what do you want to do?
So you said this crumbling building, I could use as high ground?
There are several in the area that offer high ground. Problem is climbing up there.
Yeah.
Not overly difficult. We're looking at 15s. The good thing about broken masonry and stuff with the crumbles is there's literally handholds taking that DC 20 down to 15. And hopefully it will, support your weight. But if you're searching for high ground, give me a perception check. At least in this game, they're in first edition rules, they're free.
8.
Yeah, nothing looks easy. Put it that way. You don't spot anything easy at this time. So what do you want to do?
Okay. Shooting through friendlies is going to give
me a plus
target.
4. My AC is going to go up by,
There is a place you can get that you can move to that'll give you a clear line of sight to all of them except for the one behind Wellef. Is if you move in and go up the rubble beside Canas. That spot in between the building and
you'll spend your entire round doing a double move, but it will put you in a position where
what's her movement?
20.
20.
Or if
that
you actually move next to me and the dog, you to figure out cover, you draw from the corner. So if you move adjacent to me and you take it from that corner, you can at least hit that spider that's flanking Wellef.
Yep.
You should be able to hit most of them.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah, because it's like you're tight in a line, like the old thin red line British kind of thing. The guys would drop and they would load and, not interfere. Okay. So sliding in behind the pooch beside Canas and loosing an arrow, possibly, yes?
Yeah, I'll
At which
take a shot.
At which one?
Out of curiosity, would a small creature provide cover?
Oh.
Because the dog's small,
Possibly
right?
lesser, but anything
Just
that's in your way, right?
Yep.
Because even a halfling, I think it's even though it's a small, there's probably, actually, if we look it up, it's probably less than 4. However, Aiden, you can also, because you can take the very tip of her corner, the bottom left corner, Sam, and draw a straight line unencumbered to the top left corner of the spider, you can actually shoot the one everyone's playing at. However, this is called firing into melee, and there's penalties. You could possibly hit your friend. So your best choice is possibly, well, actually, you're going to shoot into melee regardless, because everything is meleeing with a friendly, which means you need to take a -4 to the shot, else you might risk hitting.
But it's better than -8.
Unless if you have the precise shot feat.
Or
unless you
precise shot.
unless you have the feat to counter it. Yes.
Yeah, which I don't.
No. Doing the best we
Okay,
can.
I will. No,
Yep.
I know. I will take a shot at the number 1 guy.
Okay. So Talia is shooting at the guy that was climbing up and harassing Wellaf earlier. The creature.
11.
And a miss. And I believe move and a shoot and you're good.
Yep.
That's you. Now it's time for Doggy. Celestial Pooch.
Mystical wolf puppy. All right, so that is a +2 to
It's
hit.
Celeste. Get it? Celestial.
Celeste. All right, so modifier.
Now, when this creature dies or it disappears, there's no body, it poofs back to whence it came.
16 to hit. Giant soul fugid boar.
Yes.
Stolfigid.
Yep.
All right, and that is D4 +3. Yeah. 5 points of damage. No.
Got it. Yeah. He bites him back. Excellent.
And if I only incur an attack of opportunity if I leave the threatened space, right?
Yeah, but you take a 5-foot step. The only problem is you're kind of boxed in to do that.
Well, I was gonna move Celeste over to flanking position. See how excited Celeste is?
Oh, yeah, you can start moving. So you want Celeste to take like a 5-foot step and just start edging? If you move 5 foot, well, first of all, it's going to go into rubble, and you can't take 5-foot steps in rubble. So you might as well just risk the attack of opportunity and run around.
I actually just looked that up. As long as your movement isn't hampered, you can take a 5-foot step. So you can 5-foot step onto difficult terrain, just not off of it.
Or in it.
Yeah. Or in it. But so Celeste could 5-foot step in front of me.
Assuming movement hampered is like what is in your square, and it's clear. I like the sound of that.
No, you know what? He's got movement. So I'll take the attack of opportunity attempt and put him in a direct flanking position.
Okay, so it like literally runs all the way around?
Yep, right to the opposite side of...
okay.
Yep.
Run around a little circle. Alrighty. So, yeah. Number 4, reacts to this circling movement and turns a little bit, to try to compensate. Because it just bit me. So it has my focus. Because some people are like, oh, it's not smart enough to take attack of opportunity or whatever. It's like, the creature is very aware of its surroundings and predators. This thing just hurt me, goes after it. It actually turns most of its attention on the dog. And is going to attack him with...
Please miss. Please whiff. Please whiff. Please whiff.
With another bite. With a 5.
Yes.
And misses.
Yes.
And misses. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yay, puppy's still alive with 1 hit point.
Okay. So Celeste did the attack, right? You already did that bit?
Yep, that was you reacting to my movement.
Afterwards, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So now it actually is this creature's turn. And it's turned, take a bite, this creature, turns its back to you, the whole flanking thing, right? Has full intent and goes full on. We're both out in the open, no obstruction, it's all beside us. So this thing goes to town and goes for a bite and claws, just unloads.
Just destroys it.
Full attack and just start. Anyway, chomp, 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 and then poof. Celeste, I believe your creatures vanish when they are slain.
Yep, poof.
Where'd
Literally.
my meal go? So it's standing there like with its back to you, confused. Now we have Helipad number 1 attacking Wellef. And I'm just going to give this thing, let's see here, perception. Where's my perception? +4. 11. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. I am fighting my brethren for a meal. And a new meal has arrived. And one of my brethren has gone off to, have said meal. So this sucker actually peels off and is going to go 5, 10, 15, and then 25, and just starts going right at Canas. Hello. And attempts.
Wait, hold up. Yeah, it's going from 10 foot to 5 foot, so that'll provoke an attack of opportunity. So I have a long spear.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Got a reach
And
weapon.
It provokes me, does it not?
Yep.
9, so that would be a miss.
And yes, well, if it provokes you as well.
Does a 17 hit?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So let's back up
This is
time.
gonna be gross.
Let's back up time. Okay, so as soon as I step away, you stab me, it would stop.
Yep.
And it would not.
All right.
It wouldn't go to Canas, and it wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Nope.
So that's why you miss Canas, because it never happened. Right?
That's right.
Hey, you took my line.
So far, I'm getting there. I'm not done.
Yeah. Well, that's like, come here. Just rolling away here.
Yep. There we go.
Okay.
That's gross if I hit. So it's 5 points of bludgeoning damage, 1 point of bleed damage, and 1 point of fire damage.
Right now, we are into the 2 that were bleeding out, and it was number 1. So on its turn, okay, it starts off beginning or end. It's going to take original bleed. So I'm holding an extra point of damage. It's going to suffer in a minute. So total damage?
Total damage is 6.
6. Okay.
Yep.
So he whacks this thing and starts another big gush ichor out of the armored plates on its turn, and it stops. And at the end of its turn, it turns towards him and just bleeds out that last point of consciousness, and it just kind of collapses on the ground and continues to bleed out.
Spider killer.
It's not dead. Possibly, maybe, but it has stopped moving, and it is bleeding out. Pump, pump, pump. Which brings us to Bryson. What you want to do, man?
I feel like I'm not even gonna have to do anything. Wellef's just gonna take them all on his own. I need to get up in the fray.
Mm-hmm.
You should have enough movement to get adjacent to that little sucker we're all beating on at the
I believe I will.
vanguard.
Just slowly comes up with the tower shields and just like into the sand and just starts spraying
Yeah.
like over top of it.
Is it difficult terrain like directly square the square directly north of Vex?
Nope.
I
wouldn't say it is.
No. But thank you for
Okay.
asking the DM. Well, you guys are feisty tonight, aren't you? You're good.
Well, considering multiple things have moved through it
Yeah.
and
So-
not been.
I will move in there.
I have
and,
decided not. In he goes. Yeah, there's
All
like
hail Lord GM.
there's like a rock and a half, man. I think you're good.
I'll
This is good. I
take a swing.
I like how you guys are encouraging each other, yelling tactics at each other. You know, it's Joe's dream come true. They're working tactically over there, Joe, without you. So sliding in, plant shield, and whacking with the hammer.
Yeah, and do I have enough actions to move, use infused weapon and attack?
Your infused weapon would count as your attack. That's the standard action to either attack or use your power.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, but hey,
I will just attack.
whack away. 19, nice. And damage?
3.
3. Whoosh. Against, where are we here? Number 4.
Yeah.
Righto. Curse Mac, and this thing, not bone crunching, because, you know, my bones are on the outside. Ectoskeleton crunching noises.
Yeah, I run in looking at Vex, and like just as like it's about to like reach out a spider arm at him, I come in and crush that arm.
Yep, just take it right off. 8, there's not a lot of this thing left. Nice move. Round 3. Wellef. You're up, and a couple of these things are on deck. What do you want to
Okay. I am going to attack number 3. Once again,
do? Okay.
with a 20 something. A 20. I presume a 20 hits.
Why, yes.
Why, yes, okay.
Yes, it does.
For 5 points of bludgeoning damage, for 1 point of bleed, and 1 point of fire.
Roll us up. Okay. Just going to town. Yep.
Yep, and I'll take a 5-foot step directly to the north.
He stirred them up, but he's picking them off one by one. Look at this. Okay. Now, 5-foot stepping while bouncing and acrobatic. Sorry, no. You could take, I'll let you jump off like a little 5-foot step.
Can I not still be on the well?
Yep.
So how can I not take a 5-foot step?
Because you're not allowed to 5-foot step difficult terrain. And since you're like on a skinny acrobatic, you know what I mean? You're acrobating on a skinny surface, it's considered difficult. Now, you can just move with acrobatics. And as long as you beat 15, nothing will touch you.
Sure, I'll try. Why not? What's the worst that can happen?
Yep.
A natural 20.
So carefully moving along the edge of the well, keeping your eye
What do
on
you mean carefully? That's a natural 20.
Yeah, you're very careful.
backflipping.
He just closes his eyes.
Okay, sorry. He
Puts the bird to both of them,
just
and does
frickin'
the giant like
on the
swan
spot.
backwards.
Yeah,
Whoa.
just as a big vault in the air and comes down, but only 5 feet away beside it, confusing both the GM and the spider. Okay.
Striking the superhero pose at the end.
Yeah.
He jumps in the air and somehow defies physics and slowly floats down onto like the tip of the well.
Segment!
Does a backflip into the the meditation pose.
Yeah.
And floats.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like arms out for sticking the landing and arms straight out for the cross, because he's a religious guy, are you watching me, Sekhmet? Right. And that's you, sir?
That's me.
Okay. Solifid number 3 is going to follow you and basically get close enough, shall we say. This thing is actually going to, from back here, is going to go diagonally and climb up on here with you. Technically, climbing does provoke, but did you already not use your provoke? You already used your attack of opportunity this round, so I don't think it's going to help
Last
you.
round.
Last round he did.
Oh, right, because new round we're top with you. Okay. So I provoke as I climb up beside you.
Oh, punchy.
Climb, climb, climb.
Oh, no.
5. Okay.
An 8.
Okay. Miss. Climbs up beside you. And attempts to bite you. With a 16. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that's it.
And sinks its teeth into your leg with 3 points of damage.
Ooh, pain.
Ow. The Solifid, the giant Solifid, actually. Number 2, down the bottom. You guys are leaning in. Yeah. And this thing skirts around and breaks off. Also, as it watches its dinner go this way, becomes aware of the wider breach and just peels off and goes 5 off. And then we're going to go 10. 15, and here comes the attack of opportunity from Canas.
4.
I should have held your last roll. I was going to be to go holding your last roll 9, which is a miss. What? No. And leans in to Canas for the bite. 16.
Oh, it just hits.
Chewing in the leg. Taking 6 points of damage. Yeah, skitters around. You hit him on the top with your spear, and it just kind of grates along the hard shell right to the back of him, not penetrating, and then it jumps your leg because you bipedals are just got juicy calves, and we like to eat them. And that is a me. Now it's Canas's turn. Vex, you're on deck. What do you want to do?
Oh shoot. Let's see. Sorry, I want to see what my concentration check.
Okay.
is.
Vex, what do you want to do while he's deciding? Possibly spending his round deciding.
I am going to attempt to tumble into flanking position.
Okay. Now, since you have a different foe, we'll make sure the math doesn't resolve out of turn, but yeah, tumble away. Aiden, just jump in when you're ready to go.
Tumble.
Tumble away. And
There it is.
Talia. Everyone's deciding. There we go. 21.
An acrobatics check of 21.
Oh, nice.
Hurrah!
Dude, right up the wall. See the little squeeze there? You go right up the wall, sideways, Prince of Persia style, come down the other side.
Do the jumping side spin.
Well, it's like a parkour where you leap off the ground, plant 1 foot on the wall to push off and come down in the position very well.
Yep.
Well, if it inspires you. And stab.
He does.
And stab.
And stab.
And stab.
If I can find my stabby. There she be. 16 to hit.
Oh. Ah. Doesn't say it hits, but it should.
Yeah, it's not like registering my target for some reason. I don't know why.
I've got you. This says it was targeted on 4. Anyway, we know you hit him. So
Whoopah. So that is
and you even get an additional +2 at this point, which would be right up to 18. So
+2. Yep, that's which is sweet.
Mhm.
Helps with the hit, and also because I am flanking, sneak attack.
yes, causing me to be flat-footed.
All right, so rapier, 1d6 plus 2 piercing. So 7 points of piercing damage plus, what is it, d6 plus 1? Where's my sneak attack damage? Where's my sneak attack?
Well, it's a D6 by itself.
Oh, d6, yes. All right.
Do you get sneak attack at first level or talent?
It's first level thief. Yeah, you get it. 100%.
Okay. Oh, so you get
You get talent at second
the
level.
talent. So, okay, I knew it was one or the other. I was just like,
So an additional 3 points of damage for a total of 10 points of damage.
oh wow. So bouncing off the wall, getting behind it, and before it can turn around, it turns right in. You get it's whipping its bug-like head around and right in the side of the neck, in and down it goes. 10, eh?
10.
10. Ow. Down it goes.
Okay, I'm good to take my turn.
Okay,
I just need to look up 2 specific rules.
Yep. So Knas, what do you got?
So I'm going to take a full round action and withdraw.
Okay.
So that allows me to move up to double my move speed, but because I'm in difficult terrain, that halves that, so it's down to 20 feet.
Okay.
So I will just shift behind.
Now you could
Our
withdraw straight through Talia out in the open. If you want to go sideways.
Actually, that's fair. That gives me a bit better
Gives
reach
you,
and
gives you,
whatnot.
it also gives you a lot of room if you actually want to run around a building or something.
Yeah.
That's my king!
Oh,
He
that's my
disappears behind a 60-foot building and 5 rounds later comes back. Okay, I'm here. All right. So sliding through Talia, a little bit of reach, and you're good.
Yep.
Anything else, sir? Spells, anything? No? Okay. So, Knas, and then that brings us to Talia.
I'm gonna shoot the one in front of me.
That Knas left exposed?
Yep.
All right. How about you?
No penalties on that one.
That's right. So,
Nice.
so excited.
14.
Yes. Just hits. Gets an arrow in between the cracks.
6 points of damage.
Ooh. 6 on Sully number 2. Where'd Sully number 2 go? This thing it seems impaired by your arrow. It's, like lots of blood starts coming, ichor starts coming out of it, and it starts twitching. It's not dead, and it's revved up into a frenzy, but it's definitely a good hit as it senses the end is near, Talia. Did you want to move? Or any other move actions now that you've attacked?
Maybe take a step back.
Okay. Now again, technically not a 5-foot step, but you have movement, so you're good. So you want to end up over here above Knas?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So now we actually have the one that was supposed to go and died. Or sorry, is bleeding out profusely in front of Vex. We have the one that's attacking Willef on the well. And
That one's the disabled one, according to the combat tracker. That one's disabled too.
oh right, sorry, Willef knocked him out, right. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah, he's dying.
He's not having a great day. Which brings us down to
He'd take another point of bleed damage or whatever, another
Yep.
D.
Yeah, I'm on it. So Grayson, to cap the round, at the end of round 3, and end this great episode, what awesome sauce have you got up your sleeve, sir?
Oh, it's gonna be so great. Is giant solifude number 2 still kicking? Still squirming around on his creepy legs?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna take a step onto difficult terrain right adjacent to him.
Yep.
And I'm gonna do the coolest thing ever and just put my tower shield up in front of me, and that's the end. And that's it.
Not gonna attack it?
So you take cover behind the shield?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you do get like the massive plus, like +4 to your AC for holding the tower shield. If you plant it and get down behind it, then you get like +10.
Yeah, it becomes full cover.
Yeah.
It's like a standard action, though, so I can't attack, right?
Okay. I think he's trying to keep it busy because it'll claw at him.
He's going full defense.
Yeah, but it's not bad if you guys are going to flank. So I see he's lining up here.
Yep.
Okay. And digging in and planting. And
And one thing I just realized as well is I get a -2 to attack rolls with a tower shield.
Yeah, that should possibly be generated.
Yeah, if it's equipped, it factors it.
I thought it would be.
And we'll see you guys next time on The Man from Osirion, Mummy's Mask, with part 2 of this skirmish. Still, could be anyone's battle. You don't know. You never know. You have no idea. Say goodnight, Willoff.
Good night, all.